since spring.
Very good, guys. Get ready for the finger.
Get ready.
Because this is officially our last podcast.
I love it.
I told Jen today, I say it every time, Jen. We'll turn it on. I say it.
What'd she say?
She laughed.
And then hoped it was true.
And she says, if you can get this thing so the sound doesn't go and you lose the first 2 minutes trying to get the sound going, she goes, it goes better.
It's true.
True, but that's okay. And she says, there you go. You got it.
Making sure we're live and in charge. You know,
here comes the finger.
I love giving everybody the finger before the show starts. You got to give them the finger.
To get the sound going.
It's all about the finger.
And you know, the best part is you're only doing the finger now. Dave, in your real estate world, you used to slide into places. Now it's just the finger.
It is.
So you can do it in old age.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Intro to Crypto, live with you on Mondays and Fridays if we're able to get together and making it happen. It's an exciting time, and we're doing some research to try to figure things out. What is happening in the world of crypto? What is in the world going on with XRP? Specifically, I just realized I didn't plug that in. Well, hopefully the iPad doesn't go down. Otherwise, we're fine.
I don't see. You're at 42%.
All right.
I'm going to plug it in.
I'll do it.
You keep talking. No, you keep talking. I got it.
Well, you know,
you're the voice.
The voice of reason.
I'm the looks. You're the voice.
You are the looks for sure. Holy moly! I'm not sure if you're gonna reach. Can you reach down there? Is that gonna?
Right on the chair, brother. Keep talking.
All right. So we want to thank you guys for joining us every Monday and Friday. Curiosity Kicks, thank you for joining, my friend. You just completely moved the camera from our. Yeah, you just.
It's okay. I can turn it.
It's all good. That's okay. So Curiosity Kicks, how are you, buddy? I haven't seen you in a while. Actually, I want to talk to you about Curiosity Kicks. We'll talk about that. I got something for you, especially. So, you know, XRP has been making some crazy moves, as you guys know, over the last year, for the last several years.
You don't mean XRP. You mean Ripple.
I mean Ripple. You're absolutely right. Ripple's been doing some crazy things over the last year plus. They've been just spending money, buying corporate companies. Nobody understood what's going on. All of a sudden, boom, they buy another company. Let's talk about it. I mean, they've been buying companies left and right for millions and billions of dollars.
And before you even go down that road, this is what we're trying to tell people too. Well, we're trying to understand it. I mean, it's pretty heavy to really, you really think about it, it's pretty heavy. I mean, this is some big time corporate intelligence.
Yeah. There's a method to their madness, but nobody understands the madness because we're sitting on the sidelines as XRP Army going, what's going on? All we're seeing is like this pump and dump type situations.
Yep,
the roller coaster of our lives have been like just up and down. But in the meantime, they're just buying these companies left and right. And we're not seeing come together. But we're doing some research here to kind of try to read through the lines. To see what the bigger picture is. And that's what we're going to try and talk about today. What is the big picture for Ripple and XRP?
That's exactly what we were trying to figure out. And we were trying to find similarities to each of these purchases. So I figure this is what we'll talk about here.
In 2019, they purchased the Logos Network. In 2019, they also bought the Algorithm Network. In 2023, they bought Medico for $250 million.
Let's talk about the Medico for a second.
Okay.
Medico. Let's start with the big similarity.
Yes.
Mataco, Medico, whatever people say. It's all about institutional custody of crypto assets. So institutional custody of crypto assets. So I want to make sure everybody's clear on what that is. That's for institutions, for them to be able to buy and hold and securely hold.
Now, what kind of institution would you need to be to want to do that, right?
Well, yeah, I'm thinking like the big boys. You know what I'm saying? Boys. We're talking about the Chases. We're talking about the big boys.
The JP Morgans, the
banks.
The big boys.
You know, or institutions. So that's the first thing I want to just note there, and it's the institutional custody, because we're going to keep mentioning that over and over. Keep going, dude.
In 2025, they bought Rail for $200 million. Ripple buys Rail for $200 million. Why? Why did they buy Rail? No one saw this coming. No one said, oh, you know what? Ripple should be buying Rail. And they went out and bought it. We're just doing our daily routines.
Yep.
And all of a sudden you get this like alert, Ripple buys Rail. And you're like, well, wait, I never heard of Rail before, right?
Yep.
Did you hear Rail before this? Did you know what Rail was?
No, I did not hear
I didn't know what Rail
before.
was.
I did not.
Did you guys know what Rail was before they bought Rail? Did you even look into that? Were you thinking to yourself, hey, Ripple should really buy Rail to make this institutional adoption, make it happen for us? Will this be more liquidity and more assets availability? And no, we just kind of went, oh, wow, that's pretty huge. And then you hear people talking about them buying Rail.
And I did a little bit of research on that, and Rail was talking about it's a stable coin payment infrastructure for enterprises. Once again, what's an enterprise? It's the same thing as an institution. So we're finding that there's similarities, and I'm just going to keep every time you mention, I'm just going to keep going back to the enterprises.
Then we buy Hidden Road in 2025 for $1.25 billion. $1.25 billion. A global multi-asset prime broker and credit network. Well, why would XRP Ripple, why would Ripple need to have a credit network for? It kind of leans towards one direction, but not like the song or the group One Direction, but as in.
But when we were doing our research, the big question was, what was the difference between a broker and a prime broker?
What is the difference between a broker and a prime broker, Michael? Please tell us.
So, a prime broker is someone that's large enough to have institutional. They're an institutional broker. Is basically that's the difference between a regular broker, which would be somebody you and I would use as a homeowner or as a residence, versus a prime broker, which is a corporate one. So once again, this is the third time we're talking about a corporate thing. So we're trying to figure out what this is. And this is why we keep talking about stacking our pennies next to their dollars.
Stacking.
And, so we buy the small bags of XRP. Why? Because we believe that they're going to be using that XRP with all these institutions. And we're laying out the groundwork of what they're doing so that you can actually have a little bit of an understanding of institutional.
It's so interesting to think about it, because when the news comes out, you get excited that they're doing something special, but exactly what special is it? How special is it? What makes it so special? Mm-hmm. Making these major power moves is what Ripple's doing. Yep. They're making power moves, but nobody else in the industry understand what's going on. And I say nobody else, and I mean from a standpoint of the players out there, the JP Morgans, the Chase, the MasterCard, the who's the big guy? BlackRock. Yeah. Now, how did BlackRock become BlackRock? They made power moves throughout its structure of building its enterprises, making power moves that nobody knew what they were doing, right? And all of a sudden they became BlackRock, the almighty BlackRock that now owns and runs everything. Well, how do they own it? They give the playbook to what they were doing. Right. You wonder maybe if Brad Garlinghouse and Larry Fink kind of chat a little bit about our playbook.
Well, it's sort of funny you should say that, because Jake was talking about that in the last couple of weeks, and he said BlackRock and Ripple are definitely tied together.
They are tied. I wish I had a bigger finger to show them. Giving the finger again. They're literally there's a whole a lot of braiding going on in there. And
this is this whole thing. We are speculating.
We're
speculating. And you didn't give your disclosure yet.
Let's talk about disclosure for 1 second, sidebar. This is not financial advice at any time during our podcast. This is a realtor and a mortgage broker being friendly to you, sharing with you information that we believe in, and questions and thoughts and feelings we have, and trying to figure out what is best moves for us and for you out there. We are big XRP Army fans, love XRP, want to figure out what is going on with Ripple and why they're doing things. We have Crazy Leg out there on YouTube. ETFs pending approval acquired G Treasury and Hidden Road. This company is moving into position to make a lot of money. You are exactly right, Crazy Leg. Love your title, by the way. That's awesome. And we're just actually talking about this whole plan of attack. What is Ripple doing? Why are they doing it? What's the big plan? BlackRock is obviously a major player. They're maybe pulling a sheet from BlackRock in following and making positions and making moves, because BlackRock needs a partner. They need a partner that is going to hold their infrastructure together, because they need a partner to bridge this crypto.
That's a good way to look at
right?
it. Yeah.
They're bridging the crypto and digital assets and the fiat and the world of ETFs, the stock market, all together.
Yeah. You were just talking ETFs. We're not even talking about
didn't even get into
ETFs on any of this stuff. But it's interesting because we're sort of going down a totally different road. Usually we've been going down.
Is it down the hidden road?
Yeah, I like that. That was good. But, that's good. But we've been going down not the corporate whole piece,
right?
The way we're doing it today. So we're sort of going down it in a different way.
We're trying to figure out together with you, what is Ripple's intention? What are they planning on doing? Who are they talking to? What playbook are they? They've got a playbook. They've got, like, they're playing cards and playing poker with the world, right? And all the people out there who are against them or with them, they know who they are. The ones who are with them, they know who they are. They're already in the team, but the team hasn't been made up yet. See, they're making the
or
best.
It's made up and we don't know it.
That's exactly right. They're making
I think that's more likely.
The best baseball, football, hockey team they can come up with, soccer team. They're coming up with a team of players, but there's not going to be 12 or 15 players necessarily. It's going to be, I think, a BlackRock and a Ripple are going to come together as partners in the world of global trade in crypto and digital assets. We're the first people to talk about this, I think, out there in the world of podcasting when it comes to Ripple and XRP. Hey, we could be wrong, but I think we're the first. I haven't anybody talk about.
If you want to take the credit on that,
I think we're doing this together. And by the way, Crazy Leg, where are you from? And thank you for being a part of the show. And what else do you think about what's going on with Ripple? We want to know more about you guys out there listening. We love to see all these people who are jumping in. It makes us happy to be a part of the show. You guys make this show. So when it comes down to it, what is happening with Ripple, XRP, BlackRock, all these different institutions that they're buying, right? Yeah. It's pretty amazing what they're doing. And it's like this, we just bought this one here.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you don't see you'll never see this. Think for a second. You'll never see this with Bitcoin. Bitcoin does not buy a single thing.
They don't buy a thing because what are they exactly?
That's the whole thing, because they're not working with an institution, or an institution's working with them to do something on such a scale as this. This is why we believe the government sort of blessed them. That's
absolutely. If you're digital gold, you don't need to do anything because you're digital gold. That's just it.
But that's gold. Gold can sit there in my desk, appreciate based on devaluation, but it's not there's no utility. We always talk about utility of the XRP.
Right.
And the reason why we believe
Bitcoin, technically speaking, could be used as a utility, but it's non-functioning utility that would make any sense to use it as utility.
Too expensive.
Right? That's why you have a digital asset such as XRP, which is a cross-border payment infrastructure, and then so much more. Yeah. The globalization of what they're doing on a completely world level, not national, not international, a world level, that we don't know what's happening. What we do know is we don't know everything, but we're putting these pieces together. I got Danielle James. I am astounded that XRP isn't already trading well over $3 with all they have going on in their pipeline. And then Crazy Leg says, I'm in Visalia, California. Thank you so much, Crazy Leg. Ripple is working with IMF, BIS, DTCC, and meeting with President, who said while signing the first crypto bill that the financial system is eligible for upgrade. 100% on point. 100%. And I'm going to just throw in the fact that you brought the president. Thank you so much, Crazy Leg. 100%. That's your trifecta. That's your trifecta. You got the president, you got BlackRock, and you got Brad Garlinghouse that are working together to build something massive, but nobody knows it's happening. We get the three musketeers over there literally making things happen behind the scenes, and it just takes power and money to make one heck of a new future for crypto.
We've been doing this for 4 or 5. Well, I'm 5 years,
3 and change now,
and we think purposely that they've been just keeping this suppressed.
And Daniel Jones, I'm with you. I'm sorry, Daniel James. Daniel James. I happen to agree with you. Like, why is it not above $3? That's the part that's making us all scratch our heads and making us nuts. Above $3, why isn't it above $10 or 50 or 100 or 1,000? That's what's making us nuts. There's a plan in place that we don't know about, but we do know one thing for sure. If you have it, then you have something special. And if you have something special, is it special for you in your heart right here? Is it special for your mind right here? Because we ain't special in our pocket yet. It's special in our pocket, but it's going to be so much more special in the future. What exactly that future is, how long is that future going to take? That's the part that's kicking us, making us nuts, and making us wonder why, what, and how. But we know there's a why, what, and how.
Yeah, I mean, once again, though, we need to go back to telling people to be patient. This is it's the hardest part for a residential, investor or
retail investor.
Yes. It's very tough to keep us patient because we want it yesterday. We're America. We do not like to delay our gratification. We want it yesterday.
We got Matarag. Thank you for coming back to the show, my friend. Need worldwide AI systems to be ready for the first. That seems clear. That's very true. AI is going to play a major role in a lot of these, and there's a lot of AI cryptos that people don't know which one is the right one, right? But you're right. AI definitely is going to play a role into a lot of the stuff.
I don't know.
But going back, so you got let's go custody and tokenization infrastructure with acquisitions such as Medico, institutional custody of token insurance, and
standard. Did you hit the G Treasury? I don't think we really hit the G Treasury yet.
We didn't hit the G Treasury. No.
Did you? I skipped it.
I did. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Well, once again, I was just going to go back to the whole thing. It's basically.
I don't we didn't talk about it yet.
Oh, because we started talking about it, and then I think there was a reading that came through.
My bad.
Yeah,
that's right. The GT Treasury. You're right.
Yeah.
GT Treasury 2025 $1 billion. I'm sorry. In 2025, the GT Treasury for $1 billion. So you got $1 billion on GT Treasury, a 40-year-old corporate treasury management system used by the large enterprise to manage cash, FX, and risk.
Stop it. What did you just say? Large enterprise. Once again, guys.
Large enterprise.
Everywhere.
What is the world of banking? Oh, enterprise. Did I just slip that out maybe? Are we getting to the peak of the volcano before it erupts? Because the volcano, right, is the volcano is brewing. It's brewing some
They're certainly building it all. They're certainly building the volcano. That's for sure.
We just want to erupt already. That's what we want. We want the satisfaction of seeing it happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. You just have to be patient. You have to be patient and excited. Stay positive.
How would you like to be a fly on the wall and just sit in on a boardroom for Ripple, a Ripple meeting talking about this acquisition, that acquisition, and where their long-term. I would love to sit on a board meeting,
I'm going to say that if I think the people in Ripple, even the people inside Ripple, don't know the full detail of why and what.
Well, the boardroom does.
The boardroom definitely does. And how many people are in that boardroom? I mean, you got Rosie Rios. You've got we got Mr. Schwartz now over there on the boardroom.
Yeah.
We have Brad
for sure.
But that boardroom is like top secret. They've got probably walls that are they go under the ground.
Although you and I have also listened to many podcasts where they have other guys that are not in the boardroom, but they're way up there, and they say we want all the money. That's their motto. That he said, we're arrogant enough to know that we're not going to be happy until we have all the money.
They are the money. They're just not showing it yet. They're just building that stack, that volcano.
Yeah, and it's all going to be on that system. Certainly a majority of it.
If you're out there again watching, listening, have questions, thoughts, and feelings, let us know where you're from. Please share your thoughts and feelings on what's happening with Ripple, why they're making all these acquisitions. And again, going back into custody and tokenization infrastructure with acquisitions such as Medico, which is institutional custody of token issuance, and standard custody of trust company. We have a layer. This layer is a key institutional to feel comfortable with custody. Trading liquidity.
Once again, standard custody.
Yeah, standard custody.
Standard custody, regulatory custody for institutions.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm just pointing it out again, once again.
Crazy Leg says Ripple is pending a Fed master account, question mark.
Yep.
Definitely seems underpriced. Maybe the price is being artificially suppressed, 100%. Also, it seems like Ripple is building an alternative highway competing with Swift. You're so right, my friend. But I don't know if they're competing with it. It seems like they're competing with it. Or are they basically changing it for Swift?
That's the whole guess that we're totally.
It's almost like they're going to become their own.
Do we really care whether or not they're adopted or they acquire or superseded and taken over?
We just want
either way. We want them to have all the money running through it.
We want this to happen right here.
Yeah.
That's what we want to happen.
I mean, ideally. So, but I don't care either way, but I certainly see it happening.
Having Prime Brokerage connects digital assets infrastructure with much larger traditional capital markets, hedge funds, asset managers, etc., payments, stablecoins, settlement rails. Daniel James, I think if we could look forward in time 5 years, we would all be a lot more XRP. We would all buy a lot more XRP at these low prices. XRP is like Amazon. It is very early days, in my opinion. 100% right. Yeah. But you know what? That's why today we are here to help you get to know not just you, Daniel James, and Crazy Leg. Oh, we got over here, Louis Vaughn is back. Good days. Oh, good day, guys. There is so much going on. It's crazy to track everything. Absa Bank in South Africa is taking hands within our local news. We are watching what's going on in South Africa. It's unbelievable what's going on in South Africa.
What's going on in South Africa?
You didn't hear about what's Ripple's doing in South Africa?
No.
They just became a major player with the banks over there.
I did not.
100%. That just happened this past week. Right. Mike, are you joking? You're being serious.
I was listening to too many podcasts.
Oh, my goodness.
I missed that.
Louis Vaughn, so good to have you back, buddy. And thank you for reminding us and sharing about Absa Bank in South Africa. It is, so Matarag says, it's obvious people will not need social security numbers anymore. They're going to use DNA for the new system of ID. That might be the case. It might be, it could, that's questionable, but it's very possible. It's going to be just look into something and they're going to know by your pupils.
Yeah, I really don't want them to have my DNA. I really don't want them to have it.
Yeah. Louis found Ripple, and yeah, I know what you meant, buddy. Ripple, yes. And Saif Hamid said hi. Thank you so much for joining us, Saif Hamid. Where in the world again you guys are coming from? We'd love to know where in the world you guys are coming from. Matter of DNA database in Africa testing grounds. No kidding. Wow. And Saif Hamid is from India. Thank you so much for joining us, Saif Hamid from India. That's awesome. What do you think about what Ripple's intentions are? Do you think that they have a major plan? We're talking about a major plan of happening, and this is why we talk about the suppression of price that Daniel James said before.
Now, India is part of Asia.
Yes.
I'd be curious to know how active India is with XRP, knowing how big it is, like in South Korea and stuff like that.
That's a good point. And he says, "How are you both? We're doing great because we have you here to join us." And this XRP army, this XRP podcast, this is all about learning about institutional adoption, understanding what Ripple and XRP are and is, what their plans are that we don't know about. We know bits and pieces.
And, I just really quick want to say something. We've been talking about all these various purchases, most of them, not all of them. I think a couple of the first ones that we talked about were not in America. I think even Medico was in Switzerland, I believe. But I mean, a lot of these are institutions in the United States.
Yep.
So I'd be interested to know what people think of that, because maybe they're doing other purchases in other parts of the world that we don't even know about.
See, if Hamid says he's really confused, I'm not sure if it's a he. I'm going to just say really confused about XRP. Should I buy more? So it is in our opinion, this is not financial advice, that you should buy as much as you can afford to buy on a daily, on a weekly, and a monthly, and just keep buying it and putting it away. Keep buying it and
In a
putting
safe
it away.
place.
In a very safe place, on a cold storage wallet, somewhere where somebody's not going to be able to access it. We're going to lose our Wi-Fi over here on the, looks like the Wi-Fi is going on the, what's it called, Instagram. But, and lose fun. Always buy more if you can. Buy the dips. Absolutely. And right now we're buying it for nothing, in my opinion. When it went under 3 and we're in the low 2s, I just keep buying a little bit here. And as a matter of fact, one of my cousins just had a baby boy, and they're having, I'm not sure you guys know what a bris is or a Brit. So as a gift, when I go see them, I said, do you want a gift like from your registry, or would you like a gift of XRP?
I thought, yeah, that was
What a great gift to give somebody, a baby boy or a baby girl or a birthday or somebody you know, someone getting married. The gift of XRP, the gift that keeps on giving. It's like back in the day, you buy a bond for a kid when they were a baby or a young kid. And then
explain how that works, because you went through this today and you asked me a question about it.
So how exactly do you get somebody to give them a gift? They have to go on their platform, get their QR code for their XRP, for their.
It could be a wallet too.
It could be a
cold wallet.
Cold wallet. Yep. And then they send you their QR code, and then you take their QR code and you go and buy it through the platform. Correct?
Well, you're going to buy it and then transfer it using that QR code.
Use the transfer QR. So I mean, if you can buy a gift for a kid, a brother, a sister, a family member, why don't you buy them XRP? The greatest gift you could ever buy them. You're buying it for $2.50 a piece, and you buy them, I don't know, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, whatever you can afford, 100, right? And you give that gift. And in 5 years from now, as our friend said over here, is it Daniel James or Louis Vaughn said, in 5 years from now, what exactly is going to be? Hold on. Daniel James said, in 5 years from now, what it's going to be. You're actually right. Daniel James, in 5 years, that gift you gave somebody can be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars.
That's better than the $100 you'd give them. Or
that's exactly right. I mean, you're talking about maybe college tuition you just gave them. Maybe you just gave them the opportunity to own a house one day, or maybe it's something with generational wealth. I mean, the gift that keeps on giving. All right. Let's see. Saif Hamid says India is very excited about crypto, but still not regulated here. So 30% tax. Oof. Oof. Is that 30% tax when you buy it, or is that 30% tax when you sell it? Because you shouldn't be selling XRP. You should only buy and hold XRP. We do not sell XRP. Oh, no, 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 no. The people who sell XRP will be kicking themselves later on. We're not day traders. We are buying and holding, buying and holding. So when it comes to you out there, our belief is to buy and hold. Keep it liquid gold to your. That's my liquid gold is XRP.
I know New Zealand has some kind of high tax as well, and I think maybe there was something in Australia.
I know, and Canada has a high tax. We know that too.
They make it very tough for some.
But if you're buying and holding it, are you paying tax? I don't think so. Not if you're buying on these platforms. And what platforms are in India that you use? Like over here in the States, we have Coinbase, everybody knows. So you have Uphold, and you have Kraken, and you
probably
have
Binance.
Gemini.
Probably Binance. I'm going to guess Binance. Let's see.
See if I may. Do know how to use a cold wallet. I'm XRP in exchanges. You don't know how to use a cold wallet. All right. So on our podcast, by the way, you have the ability to buy a Dcent wallet, which is probably the best one you can buy, in my opinion. It would be a Jake Claver opinion as well. Also by the opinion of Mikkel. I would say if you can buy it, it's going to get you a couple bucks. Say you're going to save like $10. It also gives us a little couple dollars as a gift for recommending them to you. But more importantly, this Dcent wallet is your cold storage wallet that you're going to take your platform and slowly put it onto your Dcent wallet. If you're not sure how to do it, there's a lot of different YouTube videos for that as well. And we have Blazing Bandit. What's up, Crypto Nation? What's up, XRP Army? Thank you for joining the show, Blazing Bandit. Where are you coming from, my friend? Thank you so much for joining the show. And Louisville says Luno. Louis Vaughn said Luno. Saif Hamid says Indian exchanges like CoinDex and a little bit in Binance. So buy your XRP use the cold storage wallet. Get yourself a Dcent wallet. There's a nice link for you on the podcast here for you. If you're able to use Uphold, there's also a link there, but you may not be able to use Uphold depending where you are in the country or the world. I didn't know that, by the way. You can't use it everywhere.
Yeah, but make sure, I'm going to tell you one thing, because I watched a podcast today. The guy had over 1 million XRP stolen from his cold wallet.
That's crazy.
It had 1 million stolen. And apparently when you listen to it, it sounded like he was pretty good with his safety. However, he did take a picture and it was probably on the cloud. So you got to understand, you guys take a picture of a seed phrase and it's on a cloud somewhere, someone might be able to get a hold of that, no matter how much you don't.
You told me from day one, do not take pictures, because it goes, once you take a picture, it goes in that cloud.
And you can't take it back. And that's the problem. So, so just be very cautious and careful of what you're doing with your seed phrases. Always take a paper version of it. Do not.
Awesome. Blazing Bandit over here. Again, a lot of people jumping up over here. Blazing Bandit says over here, appreciate you guys. Always fun learning here. Thank you so much, Blazing Bandit. We appreciate that so much. And I see if I made this a little afraid, as some men lost 3 million XRP. Yes, you're right. So listen, it's important to listen and learn. We are all listening and learning together. We are stronger together by listening and learning and protecting each other. Last week, we had in the show on Friday an amazing guy, Richard Truman, who is out there going after these people who are stealing from you the crypto. And they're getting more and more with the government and the police and all the different infrastructure they're going to be developing, cybersecurities for protecting all of us out there. And we'll continue to do so.
So yeah, we're in the early stages, guys. This is where you can, where you can buy an XRP right now for $2 and change. 5 years from now, you'll be lucky if you can get one for $100 and change.
Or $1,000 and change.
Oh yeah, exactly. I'm just saying in general. So we are taking more of a risk because we are in the Wild West, so to speak, is what we usually say here. So understand, be cautious, be careful, put it on a cold wallet, buy some now, because you're not able to buy it for this price and this cheap down the road, is our opinion.
Not to mention, when things go banana zone, when it comes to XRP, all these platforms are going to freeze up. We've been told by many very knowledgeable people, when XRP goes into banana zone pricing, like when it happened when we had 2 weeks ago, we were sitting here live, okay, and they flipped the switch and XRP went down the crapper down to $1.50. You couldn't buy it. Well, most people couldn't buy it. We were trying to buy it live on the show, could not buy it. Everything was shut down. So remember that when things go into the banana zone, when it goes to the rockets, there's these hundreds of millions of people trying to buy it as it's going up, because people always like to buy it when it's fear or greed.
Yep.
Greed. Buy now in the fear, hold for the greed. Is that good? You like that?
I like it, but you told everybody to never sell it. So
I never sell it. No. But I'm saying to you, like, you're buying when there's fear.
Yeah.
This is fear time, right? The fear time is when you buy because it's low. When the greed and the candle is green, you don't want to buy. Like I did.
We all do.
We all do at some point. Absolutely. So we're getting towards the end of our show here. We have becoming the plumbing of global liquidity, bridge traditional finance, TradFi, and crypto, embedded XRP, embedded XRP into enterprise workflows, target the massive enterprise and treasury markets, vertical integration advantage by owning or controlling custody, rail, trading treasury software. Ripple is reducing intermediaries and building a unified stack, offering a differentiated position versus players that only do payments and only do custody. All right, here's what it comes down to. Ready? It comes down to this. What is Ripple doing? What is XRP going to be doing? What is the end game that is happening right now? And the end game is like this. Ripple is executing a full stack finance strategy, custody, trading, market rails, treasury management, enterprise workflows. The intention is to transform a niche payment crypto firm into a core infrastructure providing for global finance, blurring the boundaries between crypto assets and traditional finance.
Yeah, this is
Ripple is quietly building a regulated enterprise-grade financial operation system. And
it's all enterprise, guys. It's all enterprise.
Ripple
Stack your pennies against their dollars. Just keep buying because this is all going into enterprise. It's all going institutional.
Ripple is going to be Bank of Ripple. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
They're putting the piece together.
And before we leave, let's just say real quick, look at Ripple pre-IPO shares. They were going $40, $45 4 years ago. They just bought out a bunch of them right now at like $175 to $180. So this tells me that everybody believes that it's going to go public and it's going to go a lot more expensive than where we've been going.
And remember, we talked about earlier today, BlackRock, Ripple, and El Presidente, the three amigos. These guys have plans that they're not talking about, but it's happening. They get together. They have a couple of, well, Trump doesn't drink. They get together for a little bite to eat, a little schmooze.
And then the flip the switch moment, Dave. That's what you keep talking about.
Flipping the switch, baby. Thank you guys for joining us on this Monday. Michael,
thank you.
Want to say anything before we go? I just cut you off. I apologize.
No. You're the silver tongue man, not me. Not me.
Thank you for joining us again on Monday Crypto, Intro to Crypto. Michael Cristoforo, David Lamel here. Remember, it's not financial advice. We want to help you to learn, listen and learn, watch and listen to these amazing people on YouTube. You've got Jay Claver, you got Mikkel, you got Avi Lab, you've got Crypto Sensei, CypherX, 24-hour Crypto, you've got the Bearable Bull, you've got the Stable Crew. And I always forget the name of the Stable Crew. You've got so many great people to listen to because they're unbelievable, wicked smart. Listen and learn. Crypto Sensei is a really great guy, by the way. He's so enthusiastic. He's a smart dude. Thank you so much for joining us again. It's Monday. Have a wonderful night, everybody, and we'll see you Friday.
Bye.
Bye.